Hi everyone. In this occasion, we're gonna continue with the book that we have been reviewing. I think that would be nice to review JavaScript because we have been reviewing, for example, PHP. So let's go to my documents here, local files, and search for development. Here is JavaScript. Remember that the title of the book is A Smarter Way to Learn JavaScript. We learned the use of for. Now let's try to go back, to go down to check, for example, here we can see the nested for, but I don't like nested fors. And I will tell you one truth. I think, in my opinion, I think that nested for is something that is, oh god, it's kind of like, if it is not it is neither a well practiced nor something that is well developed. I mean, if I would have time, and I know that in the future maybe I will do it, but I will create like an alternative way to approach the solution that nested loops bring forth. I remember that I had a friend, for example, on a job, that we had to make a menu, for example, and the menu was an accordion menu. The menu had an item, a title, a sub-item, and a sub-item over the sub-item. And after that, more than that, there were more items. And I was like, okay, that's nice, but the craziest part is that it should have been all, you know how? Dynamic. I was starting to do it, and I knew that it was supposed to be with the for loop. But when I started coding, I could not complete it because one, I don't like the for loop. Second, as I told you before, I always think in the inside of me that the for loop in a nested way is not even a good practice and is not actually a good approach. So, but my friend helped me. He tried to do his best, and even though he did it, for example, he did it with a nested loop. He did it very fast. And I told him, please, let's do it with the less few fors that we could do it. And he did it together with me. And I was able to understand in, let's say, in a 30 or 25% everything that he did. And being honest, it worked. It worked. And what is the lesson here? If you have to do something with a nested for, that's okay. But remember, it's not necessarily like the best approach. And if you could create your own, or even if you want, I don't know, a standard way to replace the nested for, I would say that is the best, that is better than nested for, because nested for are, being honest, they bring forth many errors. I could just stop the video here and just to tell you that this is kind of a little capsule of knowledge that actually is super useful. And yes, let's stop here. In the next video that I'm going to do in some minutes, we're gonna see the for loop with a comparison over here and the arrays. Okay? See you in the next video. And remember that Jesus Christ of Nazareth loves you much more than